Good evening again, folks. Now, I wanted to start going through some of the statements made by Marty Smart and Bo during their interviews with police and why those are suspicious. Because I really want everybody to understand how fucking odd it is that these two were not, number one, investigated, and number two, arrested. Because it's pretty fucking obvious that they're the ones who did this. So, Marty Smart had stated to police, and this is really, really weird. This is his statement to police. Get this shit. It's overkill. I know if I was going to kill somebody, I'd go in, blam, 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 and get going. No sense going any further than that. See, to me, that sounds like he was there, and we've already established that he was there because of what he said about his stepson, Justin. It sounds to me like he was there, but the other guy with him kind of lost his shit, and he's like, dude, stop! And now he's still bitter about it, and he's expressing that through his interview with police. He then says, you go in and you do what has to be done. Yeah, that's not fucking suspicious at all, Plumas County. Make sure the job's done right and get gone. Be no sense in beating them or mutilating them or anything like that. Am I the only one sitting here going like, how in the fuck did this, well, how was this permitted to happen? How was this permitted that this motherfucker was not made to pay for his crimes? He then says later on in the interview, I'm under semi-treatment myself for stress and anxiety. I don't need this. What don't you need, Marty? Huh? You weren't fucking bludgeoned to death and then stabbed and then choked. You weren't taken in the middle of the night from your mother and then raped and strangled out in the woods and left. So what don't you need? You mean you don't need the police attention on you? Maybe you shouldn't have fucking committed a quadruple murder then, you yuts. The funny thing is that towards the end of the second documentary, the filmmakers got a hold of one of Marty Smart's counselors, and Marty Smart had actually told his counselor that he had problems with anger, he had problems with women, and then he proceeded to confess to the crime. What the fuck, man? How is Marty Smart? How is he never arrested? Now, Marty Smart actually passed away in 2000. He died. But Bo is still alive, and he lives in Holiday, Florida. Now, get this shit. There has been some speculation. I'm still trying to vet this out and get some solid evidence on this. But there's been speculation that Tina, the 12-year-old who was taken, was pregnant, and that the father of the child was Marty himself, who was kind of known to have a thing for little girls, as was Bo. And yet, they were arrested shortly after the murders on a completely unrelated charge, and when they were released by police, they were told to get the fuck out of town. They were not even allowed to call Marty's wife, Marilyn. She got a fucking a postcard a few months later. Why would they be told to get out of town? Now, Bo also did an interview with police. And, this is really interesting. I'm just going to go through this real quick with you guys. Bo says, Bo's asked by the investigator, were there any lights on in the house or any sign of a disturbance at all? And Bo says, I wouldn't even know the house that you're talking about. I've only been here a month. I have no idea which house it is. Here's the thing, though, folks, is his uncertainty of which house is completely in contradiction to something that he had said earlier in the interview, where he's asked, when you came through the parking lot and up the street, did you pass the victim's house? And Bo says, yes. I thought you said you didn't know which victim's house it was, Bo. Which is it? You fucking lying sack of shit. In talking with Bo Bidet and Smart, leaving the bar and walking home, Bradley asks him, did you see any activity at that time? At which point, Bo says nothing unusual. So there was activity, but he qualifies his answer as saying nothing unusual. See, folks, you'll find qualifiers like that when somebody is lying. They won't just say, no, I didn't see anything, Sorry. Somebody who's lying will say, no, I didn't see anything unusual or nothing unusual. That's a qualifier telling you that they're full of shit. See, when it seems like an unnatural speech pattern, that's when you know that the person is just full of it. You'll see this time and again, but the best place to find it would be either in, this is going to sound so wrong, either in YouTube videos or in really bad movies. You'll see people like trying to spew out, trying to force out this language that just doesn't come naturally to them. And you can always tell when it doesn't come naturally to them because they'll have to like almost force it out of their mouths. Not only that, but when they're trying to deny the truth, you'll find little oddities in the speech pattern like that. Oftentimes they'll say things in present tense. Oh, well, the guy runs up to the car and the next thing I know, he's in my car and he's making me do blah, blah, blah. That's a lie because, well, some people just talk like that, but that's usually indicative of a lie because if it had been past tense, it was something that actually happened, they would have said it in the past tense. Well, all of a sudden this guy ran up to my car and he got into my car and then he forced me to do X, Y, and Z. You see what I'm saying? So that specific kind of speech pattern is indicative of a lie because they're making it up as they go along, so it's all present tense. You see where the discrepancy lies? All right, folks, I have got one more video for you guys tonight, and this one's a doozy. Wait until you see what I got for you now. And no, it's not on the Stephen Avery case or the Keddie murders, but it is on a brand new case that will be handled through Clue TV. Thank you all very much for watching. I will throw the GoFundMe campaign down below, and we'll see you next video.